need it. Cat. Okay, it's me and my kinfolk. Cat, that is my MO. 925, my area code. Don't give a what you been. Shared AG, put her friend. They want a lot, not a little. I get something. Give me something. What you gonna do for that end zone? I'm in the end zone, rocking that Kenzo. My Kindle. I'm beneath though, going triple plat. I need a pack and a half. I broke up my mans, a stack and a half. I told my mama I'm bringing that bag. I got it. I'm backing. I'm on. I till I can't. Sorry, mama, yeah, I nut. It was me and bro, buck on the plate. Best believe we had 50 cent cake. I let the Audemars hang from my belt. So she know we ain't got no time to waste. And I let Audemars crunch the numbers. I gotta make sure that my money straight. She wanna make sure that my money real. Kissing another. Back in the day, I ain't had no whip. I just pulled up in the tank. I'ma pull up, just stun. Cat, all in your brain. I'm going Batman, I'm going bang. Come with the bang. What you gon' do? 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 Open up. What you gon' do? I'm on a Sony lot, eating a lot of chips, stacking a lot of guaps. If I get it to pop, my mom get a coupe, my mom get a lot of rocks. I ain't got to mouth, let that in the past. My foot on the gas, the floor elevator, we facing my brad. How you want deposit the Venmo or cash? Red light, yellow light, green light, go. The event, so I take the bank home. I won't keep quiet, I'm in it. Yeah, my best friend called got me alone. My just be your home, and I'm a businessman, so I give her a loan now. 3 pumps in the chain from the Homer. Hurt Bucky a goner. Hurt. All in your brain. Hurt, get Bucky a goner. What you gon' do? 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 Open up. Stunt.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we join you from the so-called Space City, Houston, Texas. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Willis going to look to throw first play. And a completion to Wilson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard.
Here we go, set. Hurt. Check smash. Go.
Now Willis to throw. He's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Now Willis. A short one here, caught by McBride. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Willis takes the snap. They're going for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. first carry for the All-Pro running back, it's Josh Jacobs. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago. Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence. From the 24 now, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Let's go. Seven, ready. Check go.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. It's Tariq Castro Fields who picked it. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
60 Eagle. Panther 11.
The slot man in motion right.
Ready.
Willis out of the gun. Under pressure, and down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Willis. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. Tyquan Thornton with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Oilers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. He'll buy some time right. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. They'll set up a throw. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
A lot depending on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
2nd and 13. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. Fighting his way through contact. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now 2nd and 9. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher third down looming.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. First catch here for London, and also a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Back to throw now on first down. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now back to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3-and-out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
Yeah, now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Willis.
And Walker has it. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
From the gun, here's Willis.
He finds his man, complete. It's Walker. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
Right back to the air again with Willis. This one deep for Wilson.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Willis will look to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
To throw, here's Willis. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Here's 2nd and 10. from the gun. Here's Willis. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
That is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Ready? Hey, smash. Go.
Willis looking to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now this time he'll look to throw. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. Still going. They can't stop him. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Mims in motion right.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
York able to send this one through.
And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
York to kick off.
A touchdown, the differential, a 7-point game as we get back underway in quarter number 3. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it'll be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Right back to him on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
And what a big-time play there. 46 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Andrew Beck, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Armadillos are an extra point away from drawing level.
Point after here coming up. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
To throw, here's Willis.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
They take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Let's go now. Go.
hands it off out of the gun.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. He'll look to throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll set up to throw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
We saw plenty of throws like those in the swamp last fall. It's a first down for the rookie from Florida.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. From 17 yards out.
And the Armadillos have scored again in this third quarter. This time to move out in front.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Back to throw, Willis. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Willis.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
They do go for this. Here's Willis.
And that is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the ball will go over turnover on downs on the short side of the field. And that makes him now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions, because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the end.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a 2-score game.
Koo knocks this one through the posts. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. Unable to corral him. He fights through. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Let's go now.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Gets around him. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here's Willis. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The loss loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. On play action, they'll throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. The offense on third down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Looking to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
57-yard attempt.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. Breaks through the contact. Down the left sideline. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Armadillos are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Coup for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Going deep for Walker, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here's Willis. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come. It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. They'll look to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Nope. One, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. George Karlaftis. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Now Willis to throw.
Dancing to his left. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Willis looks to pass it here.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Willis throws another interception, his 3rd of the game.
Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
At their own 9-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And that's incomplete.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll look to throw here.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
At the 22-yard line.
Now Willis to throw.
Wilson's got it complete. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Check smash. 79 Broncos. Ready.
Willis, got to have this one.
Flush to his right. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Trey McBride
from 6 yards away.
And the Oilers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half.